Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about fear of missing out. So when we have this fear of missing out, we become desperate. We start becoming control freaks. We think that we are not where we are supposed to be. But the thing is, the universe always gives you what you need exactly in this moment to grow and evolve. But the ego thinks it wants something else because it does not focus in the journey. What the universe is giving you, what you need exactly, is in this moment, is right now in your journey, not somewhere in the future, not somewhere out there. So the ego always thinks whatever it needs, whatever it wants, it's out there. So it misses what the universe is giving you right here and right now. And when we are always in this fear of missing out, we can never really appreciate this journey that we are on. We can never appreciate our authentic self. We just completely lose track of ourselves. We become disconnected and we are constantly rushing, we are grinding, we are chasing something outside of us. We think that will make us whole. We think that will unlock the next level of our life. But it's all right in front of you. You already have everything that you need right now in this journey. But for that, you have to be in this moment. You have to focus on your journey, not in someone else's. So this brings me to the first point of the fear of missing out, which is comparison. The ego always derives its worth in comparison to someone else, in comparison to someone else's journey. And now, because of the social media, it has become very easy. You can just open any app and see someone else's life. And the default programming of the ego is to compare your journey, yourself, to that person who is a stranger, maybe. Maybe they are traveling the world, having a good time, and that will make you feel you are not doing that. So there are thousands, millions of people living life differently, and they are all sharing their lives. How can all their lives be the same? How can you catch up to all of them? They all are living differently and they all are sharing their experiences. It's beautiful. But what the ego is doing is comparing your journey, your life, and deriving your sense of self-worth from them, from what they are doing, and you are not doing that. So as soon as you compare, you completely get disconnected from your own authentic self, from your own journey. And this comparison is so deep rooted in the ego because of its conditioning that no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, it's constantly in the background comparing you with other people in terms of money, career, relationships, no matter what thing it is. It's always comparing you to other people, to their journeys. It's never gonna give you any positive outcome. Even if you use it as a motivation, it is a negative motivation. It is a motivation that is coming from out there. I have to become like that person. But what about your unique self? It is not inspiration. It is not coming from inside, from your spirit. That's why the people who use negative motivation, motivation where they are using someone out there, their competition, whoever they compare themselves to, sooner or later they will come down again. They will hit the rock bottom and they will feel bad about themselves because they never connected to themselves. They were always chasing things outside of themselves. And this happens in your career. The ego is heavily conditioned by the society. So you derive your sense of self-worth by your career, by your relationships, by the amount of money you earn, all these things. But what about who you really are? What about what you really love doing? Maybe you are already happy in this moment. And a very big reason for this is the standards of the society. This is a huge point. We all have these massive standards to maintain. We think that we need to be doing this because this is a standard set by society. We want that to happen. Maybe you are getting old. You want to have kids. This is a standard that have been projected in your subconscious by the society. I'm not saying that you should not have kids. But the thing is, everyone has their own time. Everyone is on a unique journey. When you rush, when you think like time is running out, and I need to make it happen. You become desperate. And that desperation makes you chase things, makes you become a control freak. You start trying to control everything, and in that moment, you create resistance. You are not flowing anymore. You are not allowing the universe to give to you what you really want. It can be with anything. Maybe you think you want that job. Maybe you think you want that car, you want that house. Everything is a projection of the society, your conditioning. The matrix conditions you in such a way that you are chasing things outside of you. You are chasing timelines, you are chasing standards, and these standards make you dull. These standards take the life out of you. Because a lot of times we have to sell our souls so that we can match those standards. I have seen a lot of people who take immense amount of loans that they are unable to pay off. People become possessed by their possessions. It's the truth. Now they are no longer free. Their standards own them. This matrix now owns them because they were chasing those standards. And the truth is that you will never be able to match those standards because it's all made up. Even if you think you made it, at the core you will not be happy because it's not your path, it's not your happiness. It's the projected happiness of the matrix that you are chasing. You think you want that, you get that, but after a while you will want something else. That's not the case with your authentic journey. Whatever you attract with your authentic self, by just following your heart, by moving in your own path, you can never forget that. It will be a blessing. You will be grateful for that because you know you created that, you manifested that from inside out. It is not something that you ran after. It is not something that you chased. It is something that you attracted. It was spontaneous. It was not forced. So when you are in a desperate state, you want to force everything. You think by forcing, you will make things happen. But this is just pure ego. There is no higher consciousness in that. So you have to understand that the ego chases. It is a control freak. It is desperate. And the fear of missing out makes it really desperate. And because of standards, we create our stories. This is the next point. We create so many stories, we create our own narratives because of the projected standards from outside, that by this time I need to do that. Why it is not happening? Earlier the standards were outside. Now they have found a home within yourself. By the end of the month, I need to do this. I need to make this happen. By the end of the year, I need to make that happen. Now constantly in your story, in your ego story, in your narrative, that standard is tied. You have tied down that standard with your identity, that if I don't make that happen, I am not worthy. I am not living life. You are constantly in the future. You think you want that to happen. After a month, after a year, I need to move out, I need to get in a relationship, I need to get a job, whatever it is, like I need that to happen in this particular time frame. You can also call that chasing timelines. All these timelines again are just made up. There is no perfect timeline for anything. We all are individuals who are authentic. We can't experience the life in the same way. We are not made like that. We are not robots. We are not mechanical beings. We are souls having a human experience, and we can have that in our own way. We are supposed to have that in our own way. That's the beauty of this human experience. But this conditioning, you have to break out of that if you really want to live your life with freedom, with authenticity. Because this society molds you in a box. And if you live in that box, you can never tap into your highest potential. You will just live life on the surface. You will just live life being possessed by your possessions. You will never be free. You will be just chasing things in the future. Life is in this moment. So all these standards, all these stories, they melt away in this moment. So the only solution is to ground yourself and become centered in this moment. Only in the present moment awareness, all the stories, all the standards, all the fears, they just melt away. You don't have to get rid of them. You don't even have to let go of them. They don't simply exist. in this moment. Now, this is a very small practice that you can do anytime, anywhere, wherever you are. Whenever you feel that I need to chase something outside of myself, I am not where I'm supposed to be, I want that to happen, simply take a deep breath and look around you. Wherever you are, look around you. And if you are at a place where there is nature, it can be a beach, it can be a park, a garden, look around you and just see that you are right now exactly where you need to be. Exactly. That's why you are there. You don't need to be anywhere else. This is grounding yourself in the moment. This is becoming centered in your being. Realize that you are right where you're supposed to be. Look around you and become present. We never do that. We are constantly in our heads. We are constantly in our stories. And these stories take us away from the present moment. These stories make us think that we need to be doing something else. Just drop everything. This should be a practice that everyone should do. The ego will tell you you don't have time for this because it doesn't see value in this. But this is the only way to let go and melt away all the fears, stories, and standards of the matrix to just become present. That's when you become powerful. That's when you attract everything. When you just let go of the need of needing. Like, I need this to happen. I want that. You might have heard this saying, needing nothing attracts everything. Because when you are in a needy vibration, your vibration is not powerful. You are not magnetic. You are not holding that potent energy. Your energy is all over the place. So that's why becoming centered, grounded, just looking around you with your open eyes, not just the physical eyes, the eyes of consciousness. The consciousness that which sees through your eyes. When you see from that consciousness, you realize, I have everything. I am blessed. I am grateful for this moment in my journey. And then ask yourself, in this moment, what can I do in this moment that can bring me close to my highest version? And it doesn't have to be something massive, but after slowing down, not while you are running. First slow down, first calm yourself, first stay grounded and ask yourself, how can I love myself more? How can I come closer to my highest version? Just ask yourself this question, not with the approach that you need an answer. Just the question and stay with it. For some, the answer can be you need to chill out. You need to just chill. For some, it can be you need to take one aligned action, one baby step towards your goals, towards your highest version. It depends person to person, but most of the time it is effortless. It should be effortless. It should be something that does not come out of control. It should come out of effortlessness. You should flow in life. No one really talks about this. Everyone wants you to hustle. No one talks about alignment. No one talks about the power of flowing. Because then you will never run in this rat race. You will outgrow it. You will exit the matrix, and no one wants that. Because everyone is seeking energy from this system. They are seeking validation from this system, and the system is draining them. The system is using them as a battery. The system is using them as a fuel, and they think they will get the validation from this system. The soul doesn't need to seek any validation. Instead, when you go within, when you slow down, you feel recharged. Because now the matrix is not draining your battery. It is not sucking the energy out of you. So become centered, and you will realize you are exactly where you need to be. In this moment, wherever you are at, whatever is happening, you are exactly where you need to be. And you will start seeing the things the universe has given you, the things that you need right now in order to grow. You will never see them when you're always chasing. When you are always wanting something else, you will never see those things. You will only see them when you slow down. Practice slowing down. We all know how to run, but we should learn to slow down. Become centered, grounded, meditate, practice gratitude. Align yourself with your higher self. Allow yourself to just be in this moment. Slowing down is the only way to spin faster vibrationally. The more you slow down in the physical reality, the more faster you vibrate spiritually. It is very contradictory, and it is counterintuitive, but this is the truth that I have experienced. The more you slow down, the more you allow things to come to you, the more you allow things to happen. But the ego is a control freak, and there is no other way to stop this controlling nature, to let go of standards, fears, fear of missing out. The only thing that you need is to become present and grounded, centered in your being, in your authentic self, and realize that you are right where you're supposed to be in your journey. Your journey is authentic. The moment you realize this, you are free. Why will you compare then? You know my journey is unique. You will know I am unique. And you will only know that when you chill out, when you slow down, when you just stop for a while everyone else is running in this rat race. When you just stand and see everyone is running blindly, why am I running with them? Just stop and see them. See the entire messed up society. Everyone is running and no one knows where they are going. No one knows what's the end. What will they get at the end of the race? Because it's a never ending race. It's all made up. Find your authentic self, find your authentic truth, and align with your authentic journey. It's already happening. It's not out there. It's within you. It's unfolding from inside out. But do you have the eyes of consciousness to see that unravel? The consciousness and life, they both exist in this present moment. When you become present, you become available to life and you become available to that higher consciousness. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You can like, comment, and share. And thank you for taking the time to subscribe. Much love to you all.